Coming into first year, you don't really know what to expect. Having Professor Eansor really puts you at ease. She almost acts as a guide, not only to that class, but really just the expectations of what law school in general are going to be like.
Professor Eansor's been extremely approachable. I often stay after class to talk to her, and it's not even always about course-related stuff, it's just about law school in general.
She just really invests in her students, and it's amazing to have professors who do that.
She's great because she tailors her teaching style to each and every individual student. She creates that atmosphere where anybody can ask questions and engage.
It's really huge having someone who, you know, as a professor doesn't only just look at you as a student, but looks at you as a person who knows exactly what some of the pressures are.
It occurred to me, like very early on, like the first year that I was here, that students were getting an outstanding academic experience, but nobody was paying any attention to their personal development and their personal wellness and health and well-being. I would get students to help me, and we would hold tutorials. Two students and myself put a proposal together for a peer mentorship program, which has now been institutionalized, which is wonderful. The program's in place. We have a student who's the director of the program. There is a budget, and the program has been very, very successful. So I'm very, very proud of the peer mentorship program here.
I first met Professor Eansor during my first year of law school studies. She was my professor for the legal writing and research course. And right from the beginning, I so admired her because she was so enthusiastic in the classroom. She's a mentor, she is a role model, she is everything that I aspire to be. And I've actually modeled my own teaching on her because I now teach the legal writing and research course, and I try to teach it as well as she taught me.
Donna has a very large social conscience as well, you know, and maybe these things go together. Being generous with your time, being generous with the benefit of your experience. I think these things go together with a large social conscience. Through this, I see that she has the courage of her convictions.
One of the things that she makes very clear in all the ways that she teaches is that the law is never certain, and that it's constantly an area of struggle. And she has given us some of the tools to look at how we can interpret the law and how we can change it, where it needs to be changed.
I consider myself to have accomplished my goal in a classroom with any given subject when I can get the students to the point of transforming themselves into justice seekers. Seekers of justice. And the transformation is a beautiful thing.
We're very proud of Professor Eansor and the fact that she has been recognized with the National 3M Teaching Award. It's well deserved. Professor Eansor is a great teacher. She cares about her students, and that's reflected in everything that she does. She's a wonderful colleague and a wonderful, dedicated teacher.
I'd like to thank all my colleagues. Many of my colleagues have been very supportive of me over the years and have encouraged me as a teacher. I want to thank my students. I've been here for almost 30 years, and I have learned, I think, more from my students than they've probably learned from me. And it's just a beautiful experience. And I want to thank my family, most of all. My mom and my two kids, Daniel and Maddie Marie. They have stood by me, and they have believed in me more than sometimes I believed in myself. And they've made it possible for me to be in pursuit of being the best teacher that I ever could be, and that's why I think I've shone in this case.